What's up, everybody? This is a Force of Nature Spiritual Awakening, and today we will be discussing Jupiter and the second house in the natal birth chart. But first, we're going to discuss what Jupiter is all about. So, Jupiter is the planet of expansion, it is the largest planet in our solar system. Jupiter has to do with philosophical knowledge, philosophical information, broadening your horizons, your opportunities, luck, blessings, your past life, things that went on in your past life, as far as your good deeds and the good deeds that you brought into this life. Jupiter also has to do with spirituality and religion. Okay, so it could be either, or it could be religious, or it can be spirituality. On top of that, with Jupiter, it is seen with speakers, people that are public speakers, people that are also pastors, teachers. Jupiter loves to obtain knowledge. Jupiter is a wise planet, very wise, very knowledgeable. So now the second house in the natal birth chart, the second house has to do with being in survival mode. The second house is a survival house. It has to do with you getting it out the mud, getting out there every single day, the way that you go about getting your money, what you value in this world as far as possessions and what you put value onto. Okay, so you can also see luxury be seen by the second house. Okay, the glitz, the glam, people wanting to live a luxurious kind of life. You can see your money fluctuate in this house. It can be you're getting money, you're spending money, you're losing money, you're saving money. This is what goes on in the second house. So the second house has a lot to do with a roof over your head. It has to do with food in your stomach, paying bills, things like that. Also, it does show you family members also is seen by the second house. Um, And people can actually be possessions when you are dealing with the second house. It does not have to be furniture or anything like that. It can be that you feel like you own somebody. Okay, so we're going to jump into this right now. And I'm so mad because I did this video twice. This is my third time. So bear with me. So now these men and women are great at public speaking. These men and women have a image where people are looking at them in a great light. People can respect them, see them as being knowledgeable and powerful person. So people are going to notice and recognize these men and women for their great talents of speaking, the way that they communicate out into the world. Whatever it is that they're teaching or talking about, people are going to be interested. People are going to be intrigued by what these men and women have to say out of their mouths. These men and women can also be great teachers. As I just said, wise and knowledgeable is extremely important to them. Okay, so being wise and knowledgeable, having a lot of information, researching information, and obtaining all of that knowledge is something that they're going to hold as great value to them. That's going to be one of their prized possessions. Okay, so now the family history and lineage and background is important to you. You might feel the need to continue your family's legacy or your family's business. So these are the type of men and women that could have grew up in a home that was very wealthy. Their parents could have been famous. Their parents, damn sure, could have had a whole bunch of businesses, and it didn't have to just be one. They could have had franchises and things like that, corporations, large corporations that are worldwide, global. Okay, this is the kind of life these men and women could have been blessed into. So now, moving back into Jupiter in the second house, men and women. So now these men and women can also be drawn to the occult, hidden knowledge, astrology, black magic, and spells. So, of course, um, early on in life, these men and women could have very well been exposed to these type of things. And even if it wasn't inside the household, it could have been people that they knew that was involved in this, did and dabbed into these things. And these men and women did become very intrigued by these things. wanting to know more about the occult, wanting to know more about astrology, numerology, wanting to do black magic and do spells, maybe even want to do spells on people. Okay, so now these men and women, their in-laws, can be of great use to them. Their in laws can have a lot of connections for them. Their in laws can be the actual connect. They can put them on to a lot of opportunities, a lot of business opportunities for them to be able to jump right onto if that's what they chose to do. Now, some good fields for these men and women is the family business, being a banker, being a preacher, a teacher, a public speaker. Now, many people will hate these men and women. Okay, so it is going to be people that do not like you. You're going to have a whole bunch of haters because you do hold within inside you an aura of a powerful presence. Okay, it's going to be almost like it's righteous, like it's regal, like people just are amazed and stunned, and they really are engaged in whatever it is that you are speaking out of your mouth. But now you're gonna have these haters. And even though you have these people that don't fucking like you, these are also the very people that you can make money off of. Okay, so now how amazing is that? That somebody that doesn't even fucking like you, hopes bad shit for you, wishes, talk a whole bunch of shit about you, rumors about you, gossip about you, but they will buy your products. They will come to your stores and buy the things that you have provided for the community, for the world. Okay, come listen to hear you speak. Come buy your CDs. And all of these different things so you can still make money off of your enemies. So that's a great thing. That's a great thing to know. These men and women are blessed with money and finances, and they have an eye for beauty and luxury. So, like I said before, they already um, could have grown up in a wealthy home, could have always had things already at their disposal, things being provided for them. Wasn't an issue and it wasn't a problem for these men and women. And because of that, they are going to be blessed with money, and their finances is going to be pretty okay. Now, they will appear as someone who is wealthy or has a lot of money, even if they do not have that big bulk of money that they so much seek out as of yet. But they're always going to look like money, brand new money, fresh money, walking down the block, driving their cars and things like that. People are going to wonder who they are. Who's that? Who's he? Who's she? Okay. And just think that they got it going on and they got money. So now you can have a loud voice. So when these men are speaking or women are speaking, their voice can be very high pitched when they are talking to someone or when they are talking to the public. Okay, it can be almost in an authority kind of way or a commanding kind of way. So now they can be flashy dressers or could spend a lot of money recklessly in a lot of different reckless ways for the sake of looking good, for the sake of keeping themselves up, making sure that they have everything that they need intact as far as looking well presented when they are stepping out into the world. These men and women can be into a family that owns businesses, and the business can be left to them as an inheritance. On top of that, they can also leave them a lot of money, a lot of wealth, and the family business. So these men and women are pretty much going to have a lot of great opportunities right off the rip. But on top of that, even when their parents decide that they do not want to do the business anymore, they can pass it right over to the person that has Jupiter in the second house. If their parents pass on, they can also, the business will be yours. The money will be yours. And now it's in your hand to decide if you want to carry on this legacy or sell the business, or just keep all the money for yourself. But now, what ends up happening with this placement is a lot of times these men and women are going to be more geared and drawn towards keeping the legacy alive, making sure that everything is in place, everything is intact. It's bigger now, it's stronger, it's solid. They want to keep it going so that they can also pass it on to their children, their wives or husbands and things like that, or whoever it is dear to them. They do want to hold on to that, but they do have a choice. If they don't want to do that, they could do something else. So now, loving quality food is something that these men and women do like to do. They love food that is very good, very tasteful, not the bullshit kind of fucking food. Nah, this is not what they are about. They want that nice cuisine kind of food in an elegant restaurant. Just being surrounded by beauty, surrounded by art. They can have like a lot of steak. They can really be into shit like that. So now, as far as success goes, these men and women can take some time before they reach their ultimate success. So that can be a little discouraging for them, especially when they are looking at other people succeeding in life, being successful in life. And even though these men and women probably are successful in life, they might not feel like they reached their highest level or their highest peak. But once they do feel like they have, okay, this is going to open up even more doors for them. Anytime that Jupiter is inside of a house, it's going to expand that house 10 times more. The blessings, the doors, the opportunities is going to be open for you. So this is going to be that the area that these men and women are going to be able to master the second house. The second house is about survival. It's about being self-made and self-sufficient also. Okay? So now they can have been born into a wealthy family and a high status of life. And these men and women can become very wealthy in this lifetime. So this is a beautiful placement to have if you have Jupiter in the second house. These men and women are excellent at being speakers, public speakers. They can be teachers, preachers, okay? On top of that, they can even be leaders of the occult, okay? Leading people to a way, showing them, getting them down on their team, getting them down in their movements, okay? Just discussing these kind of things. And these are also the type of men and women that love to have conversations and dialogues with people, their partners, whoever they decide to marry. Their in-laws are going to be that support system for them, putting them onto connections, letting them know that they could go here, they could connect with this person, they could connect with that person, and they could build their wealth up. Okay, so this is a wealthy placement to have if you have it. So I'm going to leave it on this note for now. In future videos to come, I will be going more into depth into this placement. Please be sure to check out my online store. It is Grammy Gear at www.grammygear.com. If you need a caterer, be sure to hit me up. I am the chef goddess also at Supreme Royale Catering at gmail.com. If you need my husband to do any work to your home, swimming pool, or business, you can hit him up at Ron. That's been 90 at gmail.com. So if you need a synastry chart, which is a compatibility chart between two individuals, that will be $90 for 2 hours. If you need a birth chart reading so you can fully understand and grasp, it will be $70 for 2 hours. Yes, the price has changed. It went back to its regular price. Okay, so if you need a tarot card reading, it's going to be $30. And if anybody has any information about any other things, you can always hit the link on my YouTube channel. Scroll to the top. It's going to say about. You can click on about and you can see all the different services that I do have and provide. So this has been a Force of Nature, Spiritual Awakening. Love is love. Peace and blessings to you all. And I will see you on the next one.